And good afternoon, everybody. This is Michael Filigera. I am with logicalsignals.com and also tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 index for Sunday, May 16th, 2021. To do a quick review of what happened on Friday, our market continues to perform pretty much according to analysis that has been presented, in that we are counting a bounce higher, and it should ultimately form an ABC structure up, and that should complete what I am now going to label as a B wave. And as I have said before, let me get down to this bottom here. We have placed a 5 down here. So in essence, in all honesty, fairness to the count, it either is going to be a wave 2 or it's going to be a wave B, and this label would then be including an A down below. And it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, and this would be an ABC wave B, and what would then follow would be a stronger C wave down. Now, we've already gone up in this in Friday's session, and then again today, we've gone up and reached the highest level that I think where this B wave should come in, or even wave 2, and that's the 0.5% to 70% of this decline. It's already reached, and it basically did that in about 2 days, 2 trading sessions. So I think that it should be over. It can, though, it can continue higher, either as a B wave or even as a wave 2. It could get all the way back up. What obviously it can't do is break above 4,238.5, which is the existing current high for the S&P. A break above there is going to revert the count back that we're still completing this intermediate third wave, which I have not put up here because the market really hasn't given us confirmation that it's done. In fact, we continue to see strong declines, and they just jump back in and they buy it with such zeal that it makes you believe that, okay, that was it, now we're off to the races again. This is how many times corrective phases can go. I've explained previously that B waves can be deceptive, C waves can be deceptive, all of them can be fairly deceptive in terms of fooling you that corrections are done. So I'm going to keep that in mind. But from this level, I'm looking that the opening highs here in Globex are likely going to be it, because next level after this is we have 4,200, just because it's the round number. We should find some resistance then again at about 4,214.15 up to 16. And then we should find resistance at 4,230. That puts us right back up at the past highs. So if they come in and they start blowing the doors off to the buy side and they start taking this all the way up, number one, we are going to trade what's in front of us. So we will continue to rely on our moving averages and the existing resistance levels that we have, and then move from new highs. And again, I've got some resistance in place that would show if this is a wave A and now we're in a wave B can become overextended and go over and create additional new highs, and those levels would be right here, 4,287 or 4,288, and then 4,003, and I'm going to say 320. So we have between 4,290 and 4,320, and that I would expect under either scenario that should contain the wave, unless this entire move was all we're going to get, and we're in a much stronger 5-wave advance. So, but we have to wait. We've got to allow for the market to tell us versus than me jumping in front of it saying, oh, that's where it's going to go. So I won't do that. I'm now going to present both sides of the picture, and with in mind that we be prepared for what's going to happen. Not that we're going to be standing there and say, oh, well, you know, analysis said it wasn't going to go there. Well, if it doesn't mean the analysis is wrong. We're presenting both sides of the picture. We're presenting the bullish side and we're presenting the bearish side. The bearish side, the best would suggest that these highs are it, and now we begin to head lower again in an additional 5 waves down. And they should resemble exactly what we just did over the last week. we should get an additional coming off and bringing us down to the levels that we have discussed before. It should break below 4,000. We have one area that I think should be very strong is right there at that 4,000 level, 4,007 down to that 4,000. We have just below 3,993 support, and then below that 3,970. So it's not that it's going to drop off the face of the earth, but from here it's going to be a fairly steep drop, and it should provide plenty of opportunities. Again, upside, I think right now could be very limited to what we've seen. Breaks above, we've got very light resistance because you can see we didn't have much support coming from up there to down here. So I don't expect that we're going to have much resistance if we were to go back up and check those levels that we just discussed, and then again that high, and then these two levels above. So those are what we have going on. My preferred count continues to suggest that we may go up a little bit more, but those will hold and eventually turn the market lower, and we'll begin to break back down below these levels, and below 4,100 should put the nail in the board, so to speak, that we are moving lower in 5 waves down, and that should resemble this. Again, trade what's in front of you. Trade using your moving averages. They're going to continue to suggest where we go and how we get there. Right now, other than the 200 sitting in here and kind of being flat, all the rest are pointing higher. And that should suggest, and this is the hourly. So it takes a little bit longer to turn this boat around or to throw the anchor over and to slow it down. But we're going to allow for it. If we start to get breaks, I'm first going to be looking for a break below the 200, below the 20, below the 50. We start getting those breaks, they all should then begin to point down pretty severely, leaving the 200 to the top, and the others will start to point down with the 4 and the H's moving right below that 200, setting the stage for stronger downside. So that's your moving average picture. We have the Elliott picture. We've got the Fibonacci picture. So I'm going to leave it all there. I wish everybody a great trading day tomorrow, and the next update will be Monday the 17th.